welcome to this press conference. First of all, congratulations for your victory, NRG. Now we are going to start with some questions. Hello.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Now we are going to start with some questions. On the call, Ravish, you have the first question.
Awesome. All right, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ravish here from NA. Real quick, wanted to talk firstly, congrats to the win. Absolutely dominant dub. That was crazy. Want to toss this over to Mata real quick. Yo, Adam, this is something more lighthearted. I want to ask, how has being this tall impeded your life? Do you see any negatives in it? Because so far I only see positives personally.
Sometimes you hit your head on the ceiling when you're like walking through a tight doorway. And it's kind of it, honestly. You just hit your head sometimes. I think I hit my head a little bit too many times. Now I'm going Valorant.
I can't tell that at all. Are like airplanes chill too?
Airplanes are definitely a struggle. Yeah, airplanes are tough.
Understandable. All right. That was it, guys. Thanks.
Thanks for the question.
Of course, you're welcome, man.
Thank you. Pedro Romero, you have the next question.
Quick mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for that. Pedro Romero, independent journalist, also from North America. Congrats also on the victory. A resounding statement to start off this playoff run. I'm going to send this question up to the, I would say, man of the hour, Brock. I mean, 18-1 on map 1. You can't do any better than that. I mean, simple question first and foremost, what went right for you? Are there any Chipotle restaurants in Paris or something like that? What's going on?
There is a Chipotle that I had this morning. So yeah, I think everything that was happening was going my way on the first map. So I just kept it up.
Most definitely. Can I ask a follow-up or another question?
Yes.
I gotcha. Thank you. I'm gonna send this one over to Psalm. Obviously today we see a continuation of this NRG's impressive run in this tournament, making top 6. Job well done on that. Of course, the job not done yet. Looking to improve further from here on out. But it's a way in which you guys have been able to even get better for each passing match and each passing day as well. So my question goes out to you in the sense of how much has your confidence and also that of the rest of the team has grown with each passing match in this champions, and how much said mentality has been helping you guys compete in a very good level on top of just having to play well on the server.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one probably to Strong and Bonk. From the very beginning of champs, most of our matches versus EDG and DRX were super close. Even though we came out on top, we learned a lot from them. So going into playoffs, we had things to work on, and I think Strong and Bonk set us up really well for playoffs. And even probably after this win, we'll probably learn a thing or two. So going into the next match, we'll be even better.
Thank you. You have more questions, Pedro?
Yes, if it's possible, I would like to do so. Well, we'll follow up on what Sam said. Bonk Strong, just want to ask for your input on how you guys been able to help this team get to this point. What have you guys been doing, especially in this tournament, that just shows that, or that helps this team show the things that we've been able to see in the server?
I mean, it's a constant process of implementation, right? The thing I love about these tournaments, the thing I love about these settings essentially is everyone has the same amount of time, right? Everyone has the same hours in the day. Everyone has pretty much, I wouldn't say the same conditions, because obviously people can get sick. People have very similar conditions, right? So the key to winning in this sort of format is just, okay, take the time you've got, use that time as efficiently as possible. And I think this is something, this is probably Bonk's like shining star as a coach. I have never worked with somebody who is as good as using his own time efficiently and as good as making other people use their time as efficiently as possible, right? So we've been going at a pretty solid pace. We've taken no days off. We've sort of just been adding and adding. And it's an iterative process, obviously. We took good stuff from both the EDG and DRX games, both on the positive and negative side, and we'll just be able to continue adding. And a lot of that, pretty much all that credit goes to just the way that Bonk sort of manages things, the way that Bonk implements stuff. And the time management, all this sort of stuff. And that's I think that's the key to winning these formats. That's why historically we've tended to be really good in these formats with this team. For example, obviously we won at Sun City, we won at Soup. The qualifier for EWC was under similar circumstances where just we're playing day after day after day after day, and everyone's kind of got a very compressed schedule. I think that's really what makes us excellent, and yeah, there's a lot of credit to Monk for that.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Ravish, you have the next question.
Copy. Thanks, guys. Real quick again, Ravish back. I want to ask this over to Scuba, Brock, and Mod as well. Real quick, guys. Look, you guys have grinded through just the echelons of Americas and playing through team after team and L2 tier 2 to go ahead and get tier 1, right? I was curious about this because you're also extremely resilient. Do you find that grinding through all these games and stages and playing all these themes has made it so, or do you find it's just kind of who you are as people, just like being very headstrong overall? Either one of you can start first.
You want to take that, Scoop?
Take that. All I gotta say is like coming from tier 2, you play a lot of games, a lot of tournaments. If you ever played a Mr. Funhaver, you know you play like 5 BO3s in a day. So
Yes, sir.
it's a lot easier when it's just one every week, I think at least.
I think that playing so many matches definitely helps. And that's often why you see like players come from tier 2 and do good in tier 1 immediately. But I think it's more in part of just who you are as a person at the end of the day, because not everyone has to go through that kind of gauntlet to get to where they are. And each person is like good in their own way. And a lot of it is just character.
Makes sense. Brother Brock, what do you think?
Pretty much what they said in general. I don't really have anything extra. I think you have to grind a lot in tier 2, but not everyone can make it. So I feel like it helps a lot building the games. Yeah, it just helps playing tier 2. I don't know.
True.
Amen.
Hey. I believe that.
Yep.
What was the Chipotle order this morning, by the way?
I got double steak, guac, white rice, and beans. That's it.
Respect. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Now we are going to take some questions here in the room. Solera.
Hello, guys. Congrats with the win. First of all, I wanted to say that when I was watching Brock play on Haven, I remembered when Faker said, "This game is very easy, you just don't die." So, although it's a different game, yeah, you reminded me of that quote. So in the opening teaser today, Ethan said that in the start of the season, no one expected you to make any tournament and not champs. And this quick turnaround that you did, it kind of adds up to this great feeling you have. So I was kind of curious, what do you think allowed that to do that turnaround and to perform so strongly here?
It's a combination of, I mean, both getting the new guys, Brock and Scoob, and also just a lot of hard work from everybody, but kind of adding on to what Strong said. Making that much progress in a really short amount of time is a lot up to coaching staff. So yeah, I mean, that helps a lot. And everyone's also playing incredibly well right now.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. And the next question is to your head coach. I was watching Sliggy's stream and he said that you are probably the best coach in the world right now. He said that like it's your first like roster in tier 1 and it's very curious what you're gonna do. So I just wanted to know how you feel coaching this amazing roster, and if you could share, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, everyone makes it very easy in this team to coach, to be honest. They listen to everything. They ask questions where it's needed. They teach me so many things every single day about the game. In the end, they are the pros at the game. They know the most, you know, they just need guidance. And I find it very easy to guide these guys. They are incredibly good at what they're doing, and they all strive towards the same goal. What I'm doing after this year, I mean, I'm with NRG. I have another year there, and then I mean, I wanna stay somewhere and just be a part of family within our work, if that makes sense. I don't like jumping around, to be honest. I like consistency in my life.
Building a dynasty.
That would be cool.
So definitely it would be nice to have some cold plunges in LA.
Yeah.
And there's lastly, you're going against MIBR next, and there is a familiar face on that team. I was chatting with Werner after his match today, and he said he's ready. So I would love to hear how do you feel going against him, and like if you would love to share some message to him.
Scuba.
That's Bonkar's best friend. But
That is bonk.
I respect Verno a lot. He's a great kid. He's obviously super talented, and I'm just excited to play against him.
Okay, it's gonna be exciting match for sure. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have 2 more questions in the call. Pedro?
I want to ask real quick about GIANTX and just having to prepare for them. So I'm going to send this question over to Ethan. Obviously, with you guys being so dominant today, what were some of the points that you guys looked at in terms of preparation that you felt gave you guys the edge in the lead up to this match, and also like how does this team compare to like all the other matches that you played so far in this competition?
I mean, we expected honestly a much more difficult match. I think we both kind of came into the tournaments with very similar expectations. So us both making it this far, we all expected a complete grind for that game. Luckily for us, it was much easier. But prep wise, I mean, just do the same thing we do versus every other team. We're very confident in ourselves and what we need to do. And today we executed it very, very well. So that's why the scoreline ended up being what it was.
Appreciate that. And the last question I have is for Sam. Comparing how NRG fared in the beginning of the year and, looking at how where you guys are at right now, and given the preseason expectations, in a way, this team has been able to reach said point, had to go through a pretty rocky road to get here, but nonetheless, I digress. How do you look at the season so far and just having to progress and go through plenty of obstacles along the way to get to where you are right now, and with a pretty decent chance of doing well in this competition?
Yeah, I don't really think too much about the past. I like to live in the present and look forward. But yeah, this year's been pretty rough. I think we've had a lot of ups during the off season and a lot of downs during the actual split 1 and a little bit of split 2. But I think overall everything happens for a reason, and I think our team now is peaking at a good time. So moving forward, it's just day by day for us.
Thank you. With this question, we conclude this press conference. Thank you, NRG, for being here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.